Hi, crafters. Hi, Beavis. Hi, sweetie. I'm doing this video because I get so many requests after the video or the live stream I did yesterday about the release foam. You can call it release foam, ejection foam, or adhesive foam for dies. So if you look it up for your own country where you can buy it, you can look for adhesive foam for dies, ejection foam, or release foam for dies. So, and before I want to show off, before I'm going to show it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about for what dies it's suitable. Hi, Sabine. Hi, hi, sweetie. You can use it for all your intricate dies. This is a die that I designed. It's a hard burlap, but this is a die that I bought from La La Land Crafts. It's a tree and it's a very intricate tree, and I always have trouble getting my paper out. After the live stream that I did yesterday, people asking me if I could do a video, but the problem is I only have a little bit left. I ordered 4 more sheets, so I can only show a little bit, but I thought it would be nice to tell you when and with for what dies you can use it. Hi, Maya. Hi, sweetie. So for these dies, you can use the ejection or release foam or however you want to call it. So dies like this. The only problem is that when you have, for instance, a die like this one does not have a cutting edge inside. So the ejection foam can be used for dies like this, but then you have to cut the rim out yourself. Else you will have the inside filled with your release foam. Let me call it release foam because there are 3 different names you can search it on. But just so you know, hi El Friday, hi Angie. So let me show you how it works because I got so many questions about it. And I thought I could do a normal video, but then it's harder for me to respond to every question. So that's why I took out dies that are suitable for the release foam. And the first one I like to show you is this one, the hard burlap die that I designed. Hi, Donna. Hi, sweetie. So the release foam is in millimeters, uh, 0.5 thick. And it has 3 different names. This one is called adhesive foam for dies, and I believe this is from the brand Nelly. But if you look it up, it's brought out by a lot of different companies, so you will be able to find it if you go onto Google, because for every country it's different. Hi, Ruth. Hi. We are doing fine, Donna. Thank you. Hi, Francine. Oh, that's cool. You ordered it. Yeah, I only have a little piece left, so I have to be a little bit, um, how do you say that? Uh, thrifty? uh, try to get all the dice that I like to show you out of this release piece that I have left. I ordered more, but yeah, that needs to come in. So I will see if I can do 3 examples for you guys. So bear with me. I'm die cutting the ones that I want to show you out and see that I can have a little piece left. If I get a die in that needs foam, that I still have a little tiny piece left before the other sheets that I ordered will be in. So what you do is you put your die onto the foam with the cutting size down, and then you cut it roughly to the right shape. I forgot to take out my cutting plates, but I have my machine here. I know you can't see it, but trust me, it's here. Oh, see. Oh, sorry, guys. I tried to block the light a little bit because the light is very bright today. So on this release foam, you have a backer. And you take off the backer, but do this carefully. And you only have to do this once. So when you put it, oh, it splits in two. See? Oh, come on. And I have no nails. So it's stretchy stuff, so be careful. Then you take your cutting die with the cutting side, you put that on the sticky stuff. So, oh, how did I cut it out? This way. And you put it with the cutting side on the sticky side. So this top side sticks where my thumb is. And the cutting side is down. I will put it on my plate because I want to do the tree at the same time. So I have to take off the backing. Hi, crafty lady Lisa. I see you. I'm just trying to make it clear for everybody how it works. Because yesterday I did it almost at the end of the live stream. And people asked me if I could do a separate video. And I did a video, but that was in Dutch. So again, with the cutting side against the sticky side. I'm fine, thank you. And then you put them on your plate with the cutting side down. So make sure you do it like that. And then you take your other plate, put it on top, and run it through your machine. I know you can't see that I'm doing that, but you will see them coming out. I have to put on my other camera, but since I just finished of my room. So now they stick to your plate. Don't worry about it. It's only one time you have to do this and you leave the foam in forever. So you take off the extra foam and then with some tweezers, you can poke out all the tiny pieces that are in between. So not in the cutting part, but that's in between the die so that the tree will be left. I'm not going to do the whole tree, but I think you get the point. You take out the pieces, but you could also let it inside the die. I always leave it in, but if you want, you can take out the pieces that normally are your trash. So yeah, I leave them in. I think it's easier that even all the leftover pieces will fall out when I die cut it. So I don't mind that it's covered by the foam. But if you mind, go ahead and take them out. That's no problem. But you will take the risk that you take out a piece of foam at an area that you needed the foam. Let me say it like that. Okay, and now the foam is in. So this is done. And you leave the foam in forever. So you don't have to take it out. Then when you want to die cut it, you take a little piece of paper, put it with the cutting side down. At least that's how I normally die cut. And then I can take my tree, put it on the paper as well. I have to place them. And then you will see that they cut perfectly out of the paper. So now I'm running it through. You can do this when you put in the foam with paper in one pass. That's no problem. You can do it separately. First put in the foam and then do your first die cut. And when you take it off and everything goes well, you will be left with a perfectly cut tree. See? And now you only have to push it out of your paper and not have to struggle to get it out of your die. And yes, this is always a little bit tricky because it's a tree full of swirls, but it's no longer stuck inside of your cutting die. And now I can take my tweezers and poke out all of the excess pieces. And you see it cuts perfectly. And that's because the foam is so thin, it doesn't reduce the cuttability of your dies. And yes, I really, really enjoy this foam. I don't like to work with baking paper or whatever stuff, dryer sheets people use, because then I have to use a new sheet each and every time. And with this release foam, I only have to do it once and I can leave it into my cutting die. See? That's how brilliant that it works. Oh, you're most welcome. See, yeah, it's 0.5 millimeters thick and it will be delivered in sheets of A4. And it works really, really brilliantly. See how nicely it cuts? Oh, I wish my camera will focus better. Come on, I'm trying to let you guys see how nicely it cuts, but it doesn't want to focus, so... Oh, there we are. See how nicely it cuts? And even for the burlap one, I will show it to you, because that one did cut as well perfectly. I only have to take it out of the paper and then poke out all of the holes. But yeah, I think this is such an easy tool, so you don't have to clean out your dies. Your dies, and you will be able to cut even your intricate dies. I'm not going to poke out all these holes either, but you can flick them out, but then I will make a mess on my desk. Yeah, this works brilliantly. Even intricate border dies, I always struggle with this border die. It's a die that I designed myself, but it has really intricate details in it. And even that one will cut perfectly, and I will show it to you. I only have to take off the backing. And it's always, see it? It's always splitting up on me. Oh, bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. And now I'm getting a little bit nervous. The struggle is real. To get the backing off. Okay, I have to do this aside. Tape it over the die. Make sure that I'm doing it a little bit straight so I won't end up with not covered edges. Turn the die around. And you can do it at once. So if you want to do it together with a piece of paper, then it's possible. Let me take out a piece of black paper so you can see it really into detail. So put your piece of paper down, your die with the release foam into it, and then take your machine, run it through, and I will try to put it into the screen a little bit so you can see. Okay, that's a great idea. Loving designs. Sabine, you can buy it in a lot of different shops, and it's called release foam or ejection foam. See? And now I don't have to struggle anymore to get this very pretty die out of my cutting die. And see how intricate those details are. And normally I'm fussing around with getting it out of my cutting die. And now it cuts perfectly. And it even gives those nice rounded edges that you're used to when you use die cuts or cutting dies. See, all the little details come out perfectly. Yeah, it doesn't focus on the... See? That's how nicely it cuts. And because you were asking me for the foam and to show you how to do it, I thought I would do this live stream and start with showing you, because I know there will be a lot of people very happy to find this foam. I use it for years now, and I discovered it when I bought my first Quickets dies because they use this kind of foam. So then I was looking for it and I found out that a few companies sold this foam. And yeah, I let it stay inside of the die. It doesn't hurt the die. It only makes your life easier, and you don't have to poke out all of the separate pieces out of your. Well, sorry, I'm going on camera. You don't have to wiggle around with your dies anymore. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. See, it's now inside of the die, and it will be stuck in there, and it will not hurt your dies. It even will prevent them from rust or getting dirty. So even when you work with sometimes stuff that you colored with ink, and if you think the foam doesn't work correctly anymore after you use the dye 50, 60 times, you can take it out and put a new piece of foam inside. That's no problem. But this way you don't have to use dryer sheets or baking parchment paper or whatever. I think it's perfect. Hi, Alda. Yeah, I think so too, Sabine. And yeah, because you were asking, I thought I would do this video. I hope it's helpful. Yeah, and if you're looking for it, I can't give you guys links because for everybody in every country, it's more smarter than just go to Google it, and you will find a shop nearby your house. But make sure that if you buy release foam, that it's 0.5 millimeters thick. Because if it's thicker, you won't get clear cuts with your cutting dies anymore. So it must not be any thicker than 0.5 millimeters. In Stornelli Crafts, €1.50, but the postage is high. Yeah, I know. Yesterday I bought 4 sheets for myself, and I almost needed to pay €6 shipping. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Denise. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. It works, yeah, like magic. And I found out about this release foam when I bought this Cricut cutting die. I have this die for about 15 years now, and I saw them using the foam on this die, and I thought, okay, this is something I have to hunt down and see where I can get it. And that's how I found it. What store can we get it from? Crafty Lady, please go to Google. Type in ejection foam or release foam, and you will find a store nearby you. Yesterday, somebody told me that it was also available on Amazon, but watch out, normally in euros, it's about €2 a sheet. And if they ask €6 or $7 or whatever a sheet, then it's way too expensive. Most of the time, it's about €2. I believe that's $3.50 a sheet max. So be careful that they don't sell you the foam at a way higher price. But go on Google and you will find it. Release foam or ejection foam. That is the best way to find it. I hope this was clear and helpful, of course. Yeah, and if you want to use it for dies like this, please remember it always has to have 2 cutting edges. This is only a dotted edge. So if you use your foam for dies like this with no inner cutting ring, then you have to cut it out yourself. And it will always be a little bit loosely inside this die. So it can be used for dies like this, but that's always a little bit more tricky. Yeah, I think that's the best word. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And else I will clean up my mess and will not bug you anymore. I just wanted to do this video because I had a video on how to do it. But that video I did a long time ago and was only in Dutch. So you're most welcome, Crafty Lady. And normally I would give you guys a link, but it's so different in what country you are and not all I'm not familiar with all stores all over the world. And maybe your local store will have it. I don't know. I have no clue. Maybe on eBay. I really have no clue. Maybe on Etsy. Google it, and I'm sure you will find it. Yeah, it works perfectly on the blossom tree I designed. Yeah, that was one I had trouble with too. And then I put in the release foam and the trouble was away. That's right, Maria. Yeah. Okay, sweet people, I'm not going to bug you any longer. I hope you enjoyed this little short explanation video. And yeah, if you still have questions, you can leave it under this live stream and I will try to do my best to answer them. I wish you all a nice evening. Well, for me, it's evening. And see you soon in the next video. Bye-bye.